It's late, it's dark, but I had a message to give. And this isn't necessarily a psychic message. It's just that a lot of what I do in my job is relating to love and relationships. And, there are things that we have all done and all been through. So these are very universal type things. And I'm hoping this could help somebody. If you find yourself using social media to try to connect with an old flame, an ex, somebody new that you have a romantic interest in, please don't do that. And here is why. Because a lot of times we end up starting to post profile pictures that we normally wouldn't because we're trying to get their attention or because we are thinking that our ex is going to crawl back to us if they see that picture, or this new person we met is going to comment on it, and maybe that will take care of us not feeling like we have to initiate the conversation. So we're putting all of that responsibility of the conversation on them, and then we kind of stagnate because we're not ready to do that ourselves. And that's okay. I have no judgment on that. I know how it is to not know how to approach somebody to talk to them. But when we do those things, we are doing it for them and not for ourselves. We are giving them our own energy. And in doing so, we're not being our own authentic self. And to be our authentic self is to draw in the right kind of person for us as a romantic match. But if we're doing all these things to try to get their attention, usually it doesn't quite work out. And then also, um, those things don't always lead to conversation. The best way would be to say, "Hey, how's your day going?" And just kind of try to find ways to open it up and see if there's anything there. Another thing is, we tend to think that they're looking at our social media, and that's not always the case. Some people aren't on it that much. Some people just kind of keep up with whatever comes up on their feed. Some people don't actively search out other people. And there are people that do, don't get me wrong, but if we waste all that time in trying to get their attention, they're not even checking social media, then we're draining our own energy. So the other thing, the other side of that coin is we also think that it's going to bridge that gap between ourselves and an ex. And we think that if we cut that tie where they, have access to us, we feel like if we cut that off, that we're never going to hear from them again. But it's been my experience that if you kind of don't let them see your stuff or you don't post anything for a while, it's been my experience that usually that's when the exes start kind of circling around because they get curious and they can't stand it.